Hi guys, so in today's video I'll make a review about Spider-Man Ultimate PC version. I heard this game gets a lot of praise, but I don't know why. I'll tell what the game does right, of course, first time. So what I love about this game is the way you use your webbing. It feels more natural. The acting for Peter Parker is good, and how the fact they portrayed him as a 15 years old, that's good too, and how he uses his brains instead of his bronze, which is another good thing. But now I'm mainly talking about gameplay, and it kind of sucks because it's not that it's how it's really hard. This game is really hard. You know, there is this when you play with Venom, there is this Electro scene where you have to chase him, and it took me like one day to finish it, to actually finish it. And I was about to really delete the game, but then I said, of course, now that I've succeeded, let's go on. So I did. And then I got to the part where I am with Peter Parker and I chase the Green Goblin, which at first I thought it was Abomination combined with Firestorm somehow. Firestorm was his name? No, it was Human Torch. I mixed up DC with Marvel anyway. So I fight him, then we get into a building and he keeps attacking me with fireballs, and I keep dying, and then I said, okay, let's finish it, and I'm not playing it anymore. Of course, I watched the story more on the internet, but I just gave up because it's too damn hard. And I won't be complaining about the difficulty, but there is no saving either. For example, I have only 3 slots, and I had no idea that if I don't keep saving continuously, I'll lose all my progress. So imagine my surprise that I forgot to save, and when it was my last save on the 3rd slot, I actually got back to the point where I was just with Venom trying to escape from those shield agents, you know, and it pissed me off, and I wanted to delete the game, but I said, okay, let's just keep it because I'll make a video. And then I watched on the internet and I found a mod or save which let me access Venom and everything else, so I could play with Venom, which in my opinion is the actual reason why I played this fucking game in the first place. It was really because of Venom. Venom was the only reason, because I was really feeling in control, even though there were a lot of chases, but it was good, it was fun. Understand me? Playing with Venom was actually great. And the ways his powers work in the game, they feel so natural compared to what Spider-Man does. And don't get me started on Spider-Man's missions where you have to put down thugs and you go down easily. And that's another con I wanted to say, is that you really can't access missions if you don't complete those side missions where you attack thugs. So yeah, if you don't complete those side missions where you just go around fighting with guys who try to rob banks, you cannot really access the actual missions, which really pissed me off even more. I mean, why would you do that? And those race missions where you have to go through web beams, you know, those red sphere things, it kind of felt really stupid to me, because I don't know, maybe it's just a kid's game, but I don't know, it feels too difficult for me as a kid's game. And I kind of noticed that, I don't know, but the way this game was designed, I think that it was designed actually for Venom, because it feels more suitable for the environment. He can jump a lot,
he can stretch his limbs, his tentacles when he fights his enemies, but compared to Venom, Spider-Man is really underpowered a lot compared to other Spider-Man games. Heck, even in what was the game? Spider-Man 2000, I think. Even that game, you were actually really strong as Spider-Man. I think that Ultimate Spider-Man was actually a Venom game initially, but I think that during the development of the game in Ultimate Spider-Man, they just decided to introduce Spider-Man for filler, so you can just go on, so you can have something to play and not be a short game, which if you exclude many of the fillers from the Spider-Man campaign, it's actually just a short game. And another thing that pisses me off is the fact that you can't roam as Venom until you finish the actual game, and there, in my opinion, there is no point after that because you already know everything. Oh yeah, and there was also the fact that I really cannot access the missions after the game is over because, as I said, I downloaded the save file from Nexus Mods and I have everything, but I can't pick any mission to replay. After that Green Goblin fiery thing wanted to play the game, but I just can't. There is no replayability to this game. And don't get me wrong, I know that this is a comic book game, and I also played Transformers Devastation, which also was a pain in the ass of a game, but it actually had, I could say it had actually better writing, even if the visuals were kind of the same, but the gameplay was actually a lot more engaging, a better story. I don't know, Ultimate Spider-Man, I think it's just trash. It's a trash game. And when I say this, it's because of the Spider-Man and the stupid game mechanics. If it was just Venom, his character, only him, playing only on him, only with him, then this game would be so great. But I have to say, I kinda wish that Venom had his own webbing like Spider-Man, but I guess lore-wise it won't work with this game because it takes place in an alternate universe where Venom did not attach itself to Spider-Man and took all of his powers or something like that. So yeah, I think if this game was just about Venom it would be so great, but the fact that they put Spider-Man in it too, that's what ruined it in my opinion, because this game is very hard and it's with a lot of fillers only to make it long so that you have something to play, because if you are just to play with Venom it will be actually at most times really easy and it will be really over soon. As about the story and the characters, I won't say it's really a bad story, but it's really generic and it really didn't have an emotional depth to it, able to relate to any of these characters, unlike Transformers Devastation, which was some sort of Ultimate Spider-Man 2, with the visuals, the way how the characters erratically moved. But yeah, as I said, if it was just about Venom, this game would have been a lot better for me. Just rename it Ultimate Venom and I'll play it every time, no matter how hard it is. Okay, I joked about the hard part, of course. And another thing to say, I also find the challenges in the Venom campaign
in free roam, I don't know, they are so stupid. For example, I cannot even beat thugs with Venom. You know, I tried to open a challenge with Spider-Man and I switched to Venom, but I just can't. All with Venom, all I can do is throw cars at police and consume everyone. Yeah, remember when I said that this game was actually made possibly for Venom in the initial development of the game, in my opinion? But I think it's right, because with Venom you can take cars and throw them, there are people around you which you can feed them and regain your health, also your long tentacles. So yeah, I think that initially this game was meant to be a Venom game, but the developers, I don't know, maybe there was a contract or something and they just decided to put Spider-Man in there because... Thank you for watching my video, guys. Until then, a happy day to everyone. Peace.